One of my classmates asked a question. Did the U.S. potentially have something to do with this outcome? The U.S. fighting against Russia for influence in this area of the world, was this potentially an effort by the U.S. to inject their own influence in this region, even if it means upsetting the inhabitants? Um, this is kind of similar to my question. I basically asked if they did it for their own personal gain, both the EU and the U.S. And the quote that I was talking about in mine that I think applies to this too is smaller states like not having that much power. So they're kind of vulnerable to changes that they might not necessarily want, but are easily influenced to think that they need them. Um, I didn't blame it all on the United States though. I think the EU had a lot to do with it. Um, I also think that it's strange that they weren't more concerned about the people of Greece and how they felt because they are already part of the EU. Don't really understand why they would go about it this way. But I do think that it was a group effort to block Eastern influence, and as we know already, it is very Western to interfere in affairs. But I also think that it was a chance to expand the EU, especially with the Brexit and other things happening. I would like to think, though, that they did this purely to help this country maybe get their economy up. Being in the EU would help that. But I do think that the EU and the United States had more of a personal agenda.